How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? I received another package today. I didn't think it was going to get here this quick, but it did. So let's open it, shall we? Oh yeah, Eren Yeager. So, yeah. I bought this because, Attack on Titans is ending soon, and, in a couple of months, actually, after the summer. And I am anticipating it. It's going to be the finality. Eren Yeager, season 4 is my favorite of the whole, the whole Attack on Titans episode season saga. He's my favorite version, and it was the part that actually, it shocked me the most. Let me just tell you a little history before I open this up. I had a friend, and she still is my friend. She got me into Attack on Titans back in 2014. This was 2014. And seeing the way the series has gone up until then, I was getting shocked at season 3. But when I got to season 4, boy, was that like the biggest mouth-dropping, twist I have ever seen. Because it was just, look, first and foremost, I'm going to say this right now, I stood away from the manga. So I was really, really, really shocked the way this series went. I was not expecting, when everything got to Attack on Titan season 4, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, I wasn't expecting the time skip either. I wasn't expecting that. I thought the characters were all going to stay the same age. So that shocked the hell out of me. All right, that shocked me. I was at the time I was staying away from a lot of spoilers. I was staying away from a lot of what people were saying on the internet, what people, the media was showing at the time. And now I went back and looked. I'm like, I'm glad I freaking stood away from this. They were already showing, bits and pieces of Eren being already older, and people were shocked about it and all that. I'm like, I'm glad I didn't see that. So when I went into season 4, okay, I was just like, wait, what? And so many things changed, like the war and everything. It was just like it really it became darker. The series became darker. It became more, man versus man. It was like less of Titans. It was less about the Titans now. It was more, it was insane. And seeing Eren, I was like seeing Eren older. I wasn't expecting, like, okay, so let me tell you this. When I saw when I first saw Eren in season 4 and saw him the way he was, I didn't even think that was even Eren. I mean, yeah, the voice, okay, yeah, the voice was kind of a giveaway, but I still wasn't really making, I'll be honest, I wasn't really making that connection until it actually got to the part, because I didn't expect that to be Eren Yeager. I was like, no way. And, I found out 4 years had passed. I'm like, holy shit. There was a time skip. I was like, what? And then seeing everybody else older, I was like, what? So anyway, getting through season 4, I was like, Toto, we're not in the Attack Titans we used to know anymore, Toto. We're not in Kansas anymore, Toto. So I was just like, wow, everything that calamited to this, I was just like, Oh my God. And it blew me away. It blew me away. And just seeing them all grown up, like up to this point, I was just like, and the darker shift. And I was like, man, Eren is really becoming dark in this. I was like, dude, you know, and when it got to the part, I really started to make the connections, like similarities to Revenge of the Sith and Breaking Bad. Like I was really doing it, especially with, yeah, the twist. Okay, I think most people should already know about this twist. All right, if you don't, well, I don't know why you're watching this video. Eren Yeager, like they really pulled a Darth Vader on him. Like I don't know how to explain it. They pulled a Darth Vader. They pulled an Anakin Skywalker. Okay, I was not expecting that. I really wasn't. But in a good way, in a shocking way. Like I was more shocked. Look, listen, I was more shocked at this than I ever was at seeing Anakin become Darth Vader, because we knew he was going to become Darth Vader. But with Eren Yeager, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. So I was just like, man, and seeing him how he, you know, when he was, I think this is what this statue represents. It's the scene where, you know, he first shows himself to his best friends that he grew up with. And you remember how he puts his hand out and you see the cut on his hand? I was like, yo, the change in the tone, it's just like a much darker tone. And I always said it was ironic because Gabby was there, and everybody sees her as like the parallel to Eren. She's the female Eren Yeager. So I'm like, her being there, and the fact that she killed Sasha, and her being there, I was like, and then Eren being there at the same time, like I find this really, really ironic. And it's ironic because it's also the scene where it gets revealed to his friends that Eren, you know, at the time, you know, he thought like he really changed, you know what I mean, to like this more stoic, I don't give a shit, you know, type of character. I mean, yes, there was a reason for that. I'll get to that in a second. You know, that we find out later on. You know, but at the time I was just like, my God, man. I was like, Eren Yeager's character has, like, everything that has happened has really calamitated into this. And I was just like, his change, everything. And I'll be honest, I wasn't really an Eren Yeager fan when this series first started. I thought he was a very one-dimensional character. But the twist turned that all around. I was just blown away. So anyway, seeing how he beat the shit out of Armin, you know, when he started saying, Mikasa, ever since I knew you, I've always hated you. He goes, I couldn't never stand looking at her face. You know, like, and when he beat the shit out of Armin, all I see is, you know, a flashback to them being, you know, little childhood friends, and seeing how everything came to this. I'm like, dude, this is dark, man. Yeah, I'm going to say Eren, Darth Yeager. There you go, Darth Yeager. There you go. Anyway, the twist. Again, if you're watching this is the biggest spoilers of the series. The twist is, right, the twist. Eren Yeager started the entire series off. Yeah, you heard that right. He made his dad do what he did. He went back in the past as an adult when he was fighting with his brother mentally, when they're having their mental, you know, sort of like battle or whatever you call it, like a battle of wills against, you know, the whole family problem that they had, right? Eren ends up manipulating his father, and that was all the reason why Eren as a child got the Attack Titans powers to begin with. That is why it all happened. There was also the reason why Walmaria fell. It was the reason why Eren's mother got eaten, you know, by Dana. Like Eren orchestrated it all when he was an adult. It was through the paths. He did through the paths. I was just like, what? I'm like, so. I was like, so. Wait a minute. I was like, are you telling me Eren Yeager he pulled a Terminator. He pulled a Terminator. Because he interfered with the past, and he was interfering with the timeline in a sense, he was able to sort of manipulate it. He's not really changing it, he's manipulating it in a sense to really fit how everything was kind of supposed to go. And how do I say this? I'm trying to look for the word here. Yeah, so Eren, he created himself because he was able. You all remember the part where Eren Kruger. Remember where he gets that memory switch where he tells Eren's father before Eren was born in the past. He tells him, and you have to go. He tells him, you have to love somebody inside the walls for Mikasa and Armin to be saved. I didn't understand why that happened at the time, but when I saw season 4 and understood, right? And I understood that twist where Eren goes and fighting with his brother, and we see what Eren did to his father, right? I mean, even before, and then it all came to light. Everything came to light. It all made sense. The memory, the memory, influence, all of it. It was Eren who was doing that, to make the whole future go as he saw fit. Yeah, really crazy ass shit, don't you think? I was just like, wait, what? So, the twist in season 4, what was it, episode 22 or 21, when he was fighting with his brother? So that made everything up. It makes you go back. It makes you go back to the whole series and go, oh my God, how did I not see that the first time? You know what I mean? That twist was like the big red pill. It was the big red pill. It made you saw everything, for what it really was. I was just, it blew my mind. And I'm like, I can never look at the series the same way again. It's like, in a sense, I wish I could have my mind erased so I could rewatch this series, from a blank slate, from a blue pill mind, a blue pill where I just be ignorant, not knowing what the heck I'm seeing, you know what I mean? And, just to see it all over. But I was just like, wow. Anyway, and then, the twist, after that, which was pretty much foreshadowed. I just didn't see it from the get-go. I was just, there was a lot of foreshadowings to Eren's decision. There was a lot of it even before it happened. I didn't even see it until I went back. Until I went back and people were saying like, oh, there was twists to that. I'm like, there was foreshadowings. Honestly, when I saw it at first, when I saw the twist, I was shocked because I'm like, Eren's going after 80% of humanity. I just when he gets his head blown off and he takes Ymir, he frees Ymir, the little girl who was in prison for 2,000 years. He frees her. She gives him his power to go and destroy the entire planet. So I'm just like, I just realized something. Back in season 1, you remember when Eren Yeager was knocked out a bit and he was kind of dazed and he was saying, you're all gonna die. I just realized, and you remember when Armin's face was just like, what the hell did he just say with his face open? So anyway, getting to season 4, I'm like, oh my God, that actually makes sense now. Eren as a child with the whole time memory thing, he was seeing the future event. He was seeing what he was actually doing in the future. I don't think he knew then he was the one doing it, but I think he saw the rumbling. He saw it as a child. So that's why he said that when he was like, he was out dazed. That's what he was seeing, the time memories. He was seeing them. Anyway, another thing, what do you call it? Krista. So this all pretty much came to fruition when Eren kissed Krista's hand. Pretty much the future and the past event all stems off of that. The moment Eren kissed her hand, this was what I was saying earlier. Like, I'm going to come back to what I was going to tell you about the change. What completely changed Eren from then on, like it was like a time loop. When Eren kissed her hand, Eren was kind of red-pilled about what was going on in the past and what was going on in the future. Eren knew about the dark future. He knew it was coming. He knew and the worst part is, he knew that it was him that was going to do it. So what Eren was trying to do, I think at the time, when he was trying, this is why he attacked Marley. He was trying to stop this future from happening. But, and he, not only that, he also saw in the past of what his father did. He realized shit was going on both times, in the future and the past. So I'm like, after that, like I realized, now I realize why Eren changed during those the 4-year time skip. Now I understand why he changed. And honestly, in a sense, I don't blame him. If I saw that, I think the same thing would have happened to me too. Like, dude, you know, there's no escaping this shit. You know what I mean? So he knows that. He knew that. There's no escaping the dark future. So anyway, after Eren attacks another nation, after he does that, right? The part where Sasha gets killed, right? Sasha gets killed, and this is, I think, this just reconfirmed it to him that yeah, there's no escaping it. There's no escaping the future. There's no escaping it. So, this is why Eren ends up crying and then he ends up laughing. He ends up laughing, and he says, because everyone else obviously doesn't understand it. When he ends up laughing, he ends up crying for Sasha. When he asks what was her last words, he ends up saying meat. This is why Eren ends up gritting his teeth, because he realized, oh my God, there is no escaping this dark future. He realized it. This is why after that, Eren turns into one stoic son of a bitch, because he realized there is no escaping this. He knew the future was going to come regardless. He knew that future was happening. There was no changing it. This is why he turns into one. He turns into one evil, stoic son of a bitch. This is why he did it. You know, it was one of the reasons. And remember, in the end of the day, it was all to save his island and nation and his loved ones. It was all to do that in the end. That's what it all came down to. Yes, even destroying the world to stop the world from destroying Eren's island and the people he loved. So Eren became the villain. He became the Darth Vader Eren to try to stop all this shit from happening. To give his loved ones, you know, a sort of like 100-year future. I think it was 100 years. What was it, 100? Because I remember I did see the manga. I did see the manga ending. So was it longer than that? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, you know what I mean. So I can't wait for season 4. The final part, the movie. I saw the first movie when it first aired, when Japan first aired it on Crunchyroll. I can't wait for the second part. It's going to be the gut punching end. Okay, so I can't wait for that. Anyway, I'm going to say one last thing. I do have one more Eren Yeager coming in. It's the shirtless one. You know, the one where he has his abs and he has his chest and abs sticking out, and he's putting his jacket on. That's the one I'm getting. I think that one's a little bigger than this one. So I honestly cannot wait. So with that said, while I open this, I have to play this. So without further ado, you ready? All right. I had to do it anyway. That's Eren talking, by the way. Oh, that's his psyche. You know, all I want to do is do the right thing. Okay, I gotta put it together.